Are you stressed out? Do you have a high stress job? Do you live in a high stress environment? Are your friends stressing you out? Is your family stressing you out? Well, my name is Jen, and you're watching BPD Woman. And today I want to give you a short video on what to do when life is extra stressful. So you can go through all of the DBT and counseling, and it will make a difference, especially the DBT. That's sort of the gold standard for treatment for borderline personality disorder. But keep in mind that even though you will get these skills that will help you to manage and regulate emotion, and to deal with it and to sit on impulses and to improve your friendships and improve your relationships and to improve how you go about those, meaning are you choosing the right relationships or the healthiest relationships? You do have to remember that, our physiological response is way faster than our emotional and our physical response, meaning that I guess, I took an anger management class years ago, and they said something like, the anger that pops up in you, it will come up in less than, like, I don't know, it was a fraction of a second. So, let's say somebody cuts you off in traffic or is driving dangerously, right, speeding up behind you, or, someone dings your car, or you get yelled at. Like, your emotional physiological response is instantaneous. Before you even have time to think about it, it's happened. So, of course, then you will, sweetheart, come here. Sorry. Of course, you will go about, sorry guys, come here, sweetheart, thank you. Of course, you will go about handling that stimulus differently, right? You'll respond to it differently. You'll take a breath. Your breathing skills will kick in. You'll think to yourself, is this really where I want my energy to go today? Is this how I want this to play out? But, and I do those things, and they have made a big difference in my life. But there are also things that you can do to change your life, to make it less stressful, because even going through those physiological responses is a lot. It's taxing, it's draining, it can wear you out, it's stressful. So you're never going to be able to eliminate all of that stress in your life. And you most likely, even with all of the BPD treatment, you are still going to have that extra emotional response, because this fraction of a second that I'm talking about that people go through when they're experiencing something, traumatic or angry, that happens to all of us. But remember, if you have BPD, you have kind of this emotional fibromyalgia, meaning that you feel things longer, deeper, and more intensely. So if it's raining outside to one person emotionally, for you that feels like a thunderstorm. If someone is disappointed, you may feel devastated. So how have I reduced, in addition to the DBT skills and the behavioral skills, how have I changed my life? Well, my job was very stressful and making my BPD worse. I quit my job. Well, I kind of got fired. It was a mutual thing, I guess. Whatever, doesn't matter. I started my own business. I work for myself. That reduces stress. Does it reduce all my stress? No, because I still have to deal with people, and I still have to deal with things that otherwise might upset me. So changing your career, changing where you live. Right now I live in a really high stress environment. The neighborhood has gotten way more dangerous and disgusting and nasty and crime filled. The people that have been let in this building are dangerous, and it's just the way to say it. So that stresses me out. I have nightmares about where I live. I have nightmares at night. I worry constantly about my safety. I'm always, armed, not with a gun, but with, things to protect myself. So, I've made the decision that when my lease is up here in the next 6 months, I'm leaving. I'm not putting up with this. I want to live somewhere quieter. So changing where you live. Right now I live in a city. I think I want to live someplace more remote. Will that come with its own challenges? Sure, but I think that what they will outweigh. Are your friends stressing you out? Are you trying to get sober, but they're drinking? Time to change your friends. Are you finding people lie to you? Maybe it's time to reconsider those friendships. Even white lies. Like, I don't like that. I'm sorry. Like, you know, I have a friend and she has her read receipts on her cell phone. So when she opens my message, she reads it. And like last night at 8 o'clock, I was like, hey, would you like to go out and walk the dogs together? And she read it right away, and she didn't reply to an hour later, oh, sorry, I'm at my friend's house. I just saw this. No, you fucking didn't. Don't fucking, like, why do you lie? And so, you know, for me, I'm like, okay, well, that's a little white lie. So maybe that's not a friendship ender, like, but I'm keeping that on notice because I don't like that. You know, is your family stressing you out? Are they toxic? Are they abusive? Are you trying to get better and pursue therapeutic modalities and they're not? Maybe it's time to cut them out. So, you know, life in general for anyone is very stressful, but for the borderline, it is more so just because we are more sensitive. We respond to that stimulus quicker, longer, and more intensely. So I hope this has helped. Please, in the comments below, tell some of the other viewers what things you're stressing with right now. What are things that, in addition to regular life stresses, are making your life more difficult? I look forward to hearing from you. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Talk soon. Bye-bye.